Today we're installing this SafeLogic BackLit on this Liberty safe. The first thing we want to do is install the shoulder bolts that are provided with the kit on the vertical holes above and below the spindle hole on the safe door. Alright, with the shoulder bolts snugged up, we can now install the keypad. First thing you want to do is remove the battery compartment. You do that by pulling down on this lever. That unlocks it, and now you can pull the battery compartment out of the keypad. When we lock this in place, when we install it later, that lever actually locks against the shoulder bolts, locking the keypad onto the shoulder bolts. Next, we're going to install the entry pad on the two shoulder bolts. So we'll want to thread the lock cable through the spindle hole to the inside of the safe, and then we're going to snap the shoulder bolts into these two keyhole slots right here and right here. So thread the cable through the spindle hole. Now you'll want to leave about 2 inches or so of the cable outside the safe, so that if you ever have to replace the keypad, you can always gain access to this mechanism to be able to release the clip and then pull that off the socket. So tuck a couple of inches of the cable into the back of the keypad and then snap the keypad onto those shoulder bolts. There you go. Now we're going to install the lock body, it's a swing bolt lock body, on the mounting plate of the safe. On the back of the lock body, you'll see a channel here. This channel is designed to be able to route the cable without damaging it. So you want to pull the cable up so that when you install this lock body, the cable can freely move behind the lock body and it's not pinched by the lock body. So with that in place, we now go ahead and install the mounting screws and secure the lock body to the mounting plate. You want to install one screw, get it positioned, don't tighten it all the way down, get your next screw in place, again don't tighten it all the way down. The third screw goes in the bottom here, and then we can snug that one down, then snug this one, and then snug this one down. And that way we haven't got any cross tension across the lock body. With the lock body installed, we can now connect the cable into the receiver on the lock body. Next, we can remove the 2 relocker plate screws from the lock body. Now we're going to install the relocker plate, and that goes on there and holds the spring-loaded pin up in place. So just hold that there. I'll put one of the screws in. Liberty actually provides them with a relocker that has a little washer on it for this universal plate. So we can screw that in, tighten it down. And then the other side. And this wing of the relocker plate will engage the spring-loaded pin so that it doesn't drop into place here and prevent this bolt work from opening. So the lock body is installed, the relocker plate is installed, and it's holding up the relocker pin. There should be about an 1/8 inch gap between the bolt work and the flat side of the swing bolt, and that'll allow it to go to its fully locked position. With the lock body installed, we can now go to the keypad and test the code. Now that the lock's installed, let's go ahead and install the battery. So this is the Sherlock battery management system. It has it's a carriage to put the battery in. It has a large slot and a small slot that aligns with the large terminal and the small terminal of the battery. So you can only put it in one way. So let's go ahead and slide that up into the keypad and lock it in place. Now we can go ahead and test the codes. If you have referred to the programming guide, you'll see that the codes for the BackLit are 11111 for the supercode, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the user code, and it has a change code of 6 zeros. So let's go ahead and test the codes. First, the supercode, 6 ones. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And the lock opens. Let's go ahead now and test the user code. The user code is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the lock opens. With the codes now tested and working properly, we can go ahead and close the safe, and our installation is complete.